Today, we're looking at The Incredible Crash Dummies for the Super Nintendo. The Incredible Crash Dummies was released on a Super Nintendo by LJN in 1993. The Incredible Crash Dummies are a group of headbangers who has to rescue Dr. Zub from the Junkman's clutches. They face various challenges, including tire bounces, high wires, rowdy truckers, dogs, and runaway tires, ultimately ensuring their safety and fun. Remember, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps us channel grow. And don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. So, how is The Incredible Crash Dummies today? Here is our review of The Incredible Crash Dummies for the Super Nintendo. The Incredible Crash Dummies leader, Dr. Zub, has been kidnapped by Junkman, their sworn enemy. He intends to force the Doctor to give him the plans to the Torso 9000, a dummy body type that is so durable that Junkman will become unstoppable. Naturally, the dummies won't stand for this, so the most capable amongst them, Slick, is going to risk life and limb trying to save Dr. Zub. This game is told by cutscenes, and they're done pretty decent. This is an action platformer game. Within a time limit, Slick must sprint, duck, jump, and roll through a number of stages while eliminating the different enemies he encounters by either jumping on their heads or hurling a wrench at them. Additionally, there are obstacles to avoid, such as spikes and mines. And Slick can utilize spring launchers to access areas that are difficult to get to. Our unfortunate guy actually loses a limb whenever he is struck, as opposed to only having a health bar somewhat brittle. Despite being a largely licensed game, it pays surprisingly good to the original work. Picking up a screwdriver allows Slick to regain a leg or other body parts, while other objects allow him to accelerate or expand like a balloon. Slick usually reacts good, but regrettably his motions are also a little light, giving the impression that the character isn't given enough weight. Because of this, placing him in a more difficult than it needs to be. This is made worse by occasionally erratic collision detection, which causes Slick to take damage from enemies he actually hit and fall through the boundaries of platforms he should have landed on. The levels are often quite big, requiring Slick to travel to every part of the level and occasionally take detours to avoid danger or obtain a power-up. However, the time limit and a generally straightforward level progression do restrict exploration to some extent. In addition, enemies attack the dummies at every opportunity, and there are risks and traps everywhere, from saws and fast-moving vehicles to poisonous waste strips. That might seem easy in other games, but in this one, the weak level designs and questionable enemy placement make it anything but. This is particularly noticeable while interacting with some of the bosses, as some of these bosses can be a little tough. The visuals are pretty decent in this game. They have excelled animation and detail, well-drawn backgrounds, and lots of small details like oncoming rockets and the corny but vibrant cutscenes. One of the highlights in the main character, who eventually limps around as just a torso after collapsing with every blow. Although a little unsettling, the manner this has been realized is actually pretty creative. Something about the music is a little off. You would think a game like this, which is about dummies gladly crashing into everything they see, would have a lively music full of ridiculous enthusiasm, but it doesn't. Even the brightest music available here is a little calm, but the outcome exceeds expectations because there are some pretty catchy songs, although they might not be totally consistent with the unique, crazy atmosphere of the game. Despite their very basic sound, the explosions, shocks, and crashes and excitement add to the action. So, is The Incredible Crash Dummies worth playing today? All things considered, Crash Dummies was far from flawless. Its shortcomings, both small and great, did not completely prevent the game from being at least somewhat entertaining to play. It has decent graphics. I thought the gameplay could have been a little better, and the soundtrack was okay-ish. Although almost anyone can still have fun here, a little more effort in a few crucial places would have made this game a little better. Playing it might be a fun way to relive the past. Overall, I still had fun with this game and I would recommend this. The Incredible Crash Dummies for the Super Nintendo is getting a 7 out of 10. What did you think about the Incredible Crash Dummies for the Super Nintendo? Please leave comments below to share your thoughts. That would do for this episode. Remember to like and subscribe if you like this review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you here in the next episode. Have a great day.